Okay, now we're setting off. See the USS Slater. I've got both bloggies again. They're both empty, and I got the regular camera. I found out why this is recording differently is because I didn't do the initial settings on it. It's set to record slightly lower quality, which is fine for this. So it'll fit more on there. I believe it holds 4 hours. Or I don't know if the battery charge will last that long, but at least it'll record that long.
I got the car charger, right?
No, this one not, unless you have a USB cord. No, then it won't. It charges from USB. I could charge it from the laptop, probably. I brought that because Mike said go to his house and we're done, so.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah, we're straight there. So as we come back down to Connick, we'll just cut across 55. Boom.
Yeah.
Right, I have to have no time. Well, just enough time to.
He doesn't expect us till like 5, 6 o'clock anyway, so
right.
Usual.
Probably with no point in coming down here and then going all the way back up.
Yeah, that would be pointless. My God. That sun's a little bright.
Hold that.
What?
Hold my tea for a minute. Work. Haven't quite perfected that wire yet.
You should see some nice color further north, too. There's the sun again.
Okay, hit you right there, perfect.
Oh, yeah. What the hell is this? Giant bicycle club up there or something?
Alright, it's about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, they open at 10.
Alright, cool. I figured by 10.
Yeah.
And I got 55 miles on the car. Look at that.
55,002. should be another beautiful day.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see the weather.
Apparently nothing eventful happened while I was gone yesterday.
What's happening?
Nothing of any eventfulness happened when I was gone yesterday.
Oh, that's good.
Did sell 3 things on eBay. Had an offer on a 4th, which we're taking, so that's Monday's problem.
What things sold while we were gone?
A mirror, a little wall mirror I had for sale. What the hell was the other thing? Another one of those gauges for like the steam pressure gauges. Some guy in California must need it because it was his very first eBay thing. Brand new eBay member. He bought it, paid for it immediately, and I shipped it immediately. That should make him happy. And what the hell was the third thing? I can't remember what the hell the third thing was now. And some guy in Germany wants that Plymouth cylinder head.
Huh.
Offered me a good price. I said, no problem. It's yours. Had it up there for 2 weeks. Nobody looked at it. One guy finally wants it. I had another offer before this for $100. This guy's offering $250. So I think, you know what? I think I'll take the one that's $150 higher.
What year motor that come off of?
30s or 40s. It's an oddball item because speed items just weren't that common for the Plymouth engines. They were the smaller end, physically smaller engines, and displacement-wise smaller engines than the Chrysler or DeSoto engine. Yet any Chrysler or DeSoto engine still fits in the same bell housing, same mounts and shit as a Plymouth engine does. So what guys did back then is when they wanted more power out of a Plymouth, they put a DeSoto or Chrysler engine in. They didn't go buying special cylinder heads and all kinds of other shit. But apparently some people did because there's one aftermarket cylinder head. I made it clear, you know, I don't know if this thing's warped, I don't know if it's cracked, I don't know if it's got any other problems. I can eyeball it with the naked eye, it looks fine. Any other problems, up to you. Take your chances. I think I remember seeing something on the Discovery Channel or somewhere like that, History Channel maybe, about the Slater a while back. I didn't realize it was this close though, unless it moves around.
I don't think so.
But it said in the website it's been there since 1993. No. They didn't say how long it's actually been open to the public because I imagine it was closed for renovation at some point. And it would have taken them a while once after they first got it back to, you know.
I got a picture of it when it came back. Holy shit.
Not quite ship-shape condition.
My God, this thing was bad. It was bad. He was out there living in it and using it.
God. Sitting in an Istanbul shipyard for the last 30 years. Reminds me of the story of...
no, they went to sea with it. They were using it.
Oh, God. That's scary.
That's what I mean. They're actually using the damn thing.
The story of Truman's... I think it's Harry Truman's yacht. It's rotting away somewhere. His presidential yacht, rather. It was sold and, you know, now it's just a rotted out hulk somewhere. There's talk of trying to bring it back and restore it and everything else, but so far not much has been done about that.
Same problem with USS Olympic down in Bayonne next to New Jersey. It's the last of the Great White Fleet.
Yeah.
It's sitting there as a beautiful museum, but the outside of the underhull is sitting in water.
Yeah, and it's rotting away. They should just dry dock it.
As a matter of fact, that was on Save Our History.
Yeah. Admiral Dewey's flagship.
That's the last one of its kind.
Yeah.
Okay, hold that for a minute. Garbage here. Down there. Oh, yeah.
I like what the guy was saying yesterday about how, later presidents after Jimmy Carter went digital and a lot of their information could be lost or simply not saved. And that's actually true, because you think about how much of our lives are digital today. This very video that I'm taking here, I mean, this will exist in the camera, it'll exist in my computer, in my backup, and it'll exist on YouTube. But one electromagnetic pulse, and it's all gone.
Yeah.
Or at least beyond being able to be retrieved. I mean, I don't know where YouTube servers are, if it would be preserved on there somehow, but and that goes for photographs too and all of that, because nobody has hard copy anymore. The only way it would be preserved is if I copied this to a flash drive maybe, or a DVD. But that would take me literally 200 hours, with all the information to copy all the DVD. And even DVD is not forever, it's basically a piece of fucking plastic, so it's only going to last so long,
I think Egyptians carving in stone and it lasted longer.
Yeah, 4,000 years later, we're reading their personal notes and letters and stuff. Our stuff could be gone in a generation or two.
Then you got to make sure you have acid-free paper.
Yep. Otherwise, it's like in the Kisco house, Mesha's brother has a bunch of old books, pocket books from the 50s in there. Cheapies. Stuff you paid 10 cents each for back then or whatever, but they are literally crumbling. Badly yellowed. You can still read them, but the edges are badly yellowed. You got to be careful. The spines are cracking and they're crumbling away because it was very cheap paper and not acid-free, obviously. But you imagine that's only been 60 years now. What's it going to be like in 100 years?
But also that's in poorly kept conditions.
No, excellent kept conditions. It was in a nice bookcase upstairs, heated environment, not overly humid. So it should have been ideal conditions, but no, it's just the paper. It's the material itself is very cheap.
Yeah.
Crumbling away. And yet, I have that gigantic set of bound issues of Time magazine from 1892 to about 1921. It was published sometime in the very early 20s. And that paper looks new. It was cheap bindings, so the bindings have fallen apart, but the paper looks fine. They could go another 200 years, it's nothing. That was high quality paper, apparently. I wish I had been Saturday Evening Post. I don't think they were around back then, not that far back. Because Life magazine was more of a mouthpiece for the fucking Democrats. Not really my thing.
They should have that on Boardwalk Empire. They should show somebody reading that.
Yeah, I'm sure they will at some point. Or they may have already, we simply missed it, you never know.
Yeah. Think Mrs. Thompson will come back?
I think so. She don't have much choice, really.
She likes that money too much.
That, or she's not going to want to have to go back living in a tenement in shitty neighborhoods and stuff
That's
like
where
that.
she's at now.
And the kids are going to want to go back. And for her to continue as a character on the show, she's going to have to go back, pretty much. So they'll probably just open up next season. There she is. You know, she's back in the house like nothing happened. Neither one of them is sin-free, you know.
You didn't hear nothing about that deed to Route 9 until...
Yeah.
It's
A casual mention a couple of times later on in the series.
Yeah, good job signing the deed over to the church. He just mumbled something about it.
It was when he was getting awarded by the church or something. And somebody said, wow, it's really nice of them to award you. Yeah, well, all you have to do is give them a really huge amount of money or something like that. He mumbled something to that effect.
Like how the press was laughing at that one guy. I run Atlantic City, and they were all laughing at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you don't.
They all knew who ran Atlantic City. And it wasn't that asshole. Where's Nucky? Where's Nucky? What? That was a good fucking burger last night. Mike knew about that place, that's all.
Probably delivered by. He's probably delivered to the place.
Yeah, he may have, yeah. Well, I wonder if the USS Slater is haunted. Actually, I found no mention of that online, so probably not. Then again, I think they're all haunted. Which was the one that Ghost Hunters was on?
They're on the Yorktown.
The Yorktown, yeah.
Which is down in South Carolina.
Yeah, okay, I remember they were down south, yeah. I know they were on the Queen Mary.
I think what Navy ships they were on.
They were on more than one. I mean, they were in their 8th season now, so yeah.
They were on the Yorktown is the only one that rings a bell off at hand. So it's the last one afloat.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, well, the Slater is the last one of U.S. Navy destroyer escorts from World War II.
Yeah. I wonder what that means if there's none in a mothball or in a shipyard.
Probably not. I don't think they were really built to have a particularly long lifespan.
No.
Because they were built very quickly for wartime conditions and stuff. I mean, ships in general aren't really expected to last more than 25 years, 30 years tops, you know, depending on what it is, of course.
Very good. Technically 20, but they push them 25.
Yeah. Well, the sea is harsh, you know, so all water is harsh on everything. After a while, it's going to start thinning things out. Of course, some ships go a lot less than that, like the Costa Concordia.
What's the latest on that?
He uprated it. Other than that, it's not doing anything at the moment. They'll have to stabilize it, weld a few holes up and such.
Well, actually, they said
Pump it
it's
out.
going to, after they upright it, they said it's going to be there for a while, right?
Yeah, they got to pump it out yet. They got to seal the holes. They got to seal hundreds of portholes so they can pump it out. Otherwise, water be coming in as fast as it goes out. So, then they got to pump it out. Probably remove things before they go. Clean up stuff. Who knows what?
How many billions of dollars of steel is sitting there now?
Not billions. I think it was a $470 million hit to.
Of scrap
Lloyd's or
steel
whatever, yeah.
is basically sitting there.
Well, yes, and now it's total scrap. The ship is beyond any hope of recovery. They might be able to salvage parts, but that's about it. It's one of a fleet. There's actually, I think, 5 sister ships of the identical type. That cost of this, cost of that. Plus, they have 3 super ships. They're either building them or they have already launched them. That are even bigger. The Costa itself, the Concordia, is bigger than an aircraft carrier, basically. So you imagine a ship bigger than that. I mean, how the hell big does it have to be, you know? They must have a hell of a time keeping these things full. And booked and everything. They go out half empty, I don't know.
Was that thing half empty? When it...
No, unfortunately not. I'm sure it wasn't a total maximum capacity, they never are, but, you know, they had, what, 4,000 people on board?
I don't even know.
Yeah, it was somewhere around there. And an unfortunate number of them ended up in the water.
It's a shame some people didn't get out.
Yeah. Well, they didn't get out because procedure was not followed correctly. You know, they could have ordered an evacuation a little earlier. They could have had a lifeboat drill before they put out, which now, by the way, is the law. Now they have to.
Thought it already was.
No, it wasn't. They had to do it sometime in the first day.
Yeah.
Since they put out at night, they were going to do it first thing in the morning. Technically, it was within the first day. So, you know, they kind of skirted the law there a little bit, but it was still within. But now you got to actually do it before you put out to sea. Have at least one lifeboat drill so people know what the hell's going on. But it was over an hour and a half, I think it was, before they started putting people in lifeboats. By then, the ship is listing too much on one side. Now, all of a sudden, it goes from more than enough lifeboats to only half the amount we can. Those lifeboats had to, if they hadn't been so close to shore, the death toll would be huge because those lifeboats were going back and forth. They were going ashore, dumping people off, and coming back to the ship. And trying to get people off the side that was listing toward the water until they couldn't safely get under it anymore.
A couple of people swam to the rocks.
More than a couple people. There were a lot of people who had no choice but to go in the water or were thrown there. And there was people that got taken off by helicopter and shimmied down ropes down the side of the ship and it was on its side. They got pictures of that, night vision pictures of people
They
doing
got
that.
the whole bridge on video.
And I'll tell you what, no amount of money for the lawsuit would be enough. You know?
You see the skunk?
Yeah. Looking for you.
Captain's up there, you know, Coast Guard was calling them. You declared a red sea? No, don't call here anymore.
Yeah, but now they have hidden. Somebody on the bridge was taking video, probably to cover their ass, and it's been leaked now, and it was in a special on TV that shows that in fact they knew how serious the emergency was right from the start. They knew, so you know. This was we thought maybe we could make. No, 5 minutes after that impact, you knew exactly how bad it was.
What was going on? Yeah.
Yeah, and you knew the ship was doomed, and you were basically just, you know, procrastinating about ordering people into the boats.
What's with the denial, man? The guy freaking...
He cracked mentally. The idea he was about to lose a $500 million ship, whatever it is, and his career was over because of a stupid-ass fucking mistake. Couldn't take it. He broke. He dithered.
And then he jumped in. He was the first one in a lifeboat?
Yeah, he fell into a lifeboat, yeah.
Yeah, and then fell into a taxi and checked into a hotel room.
Yeah.
Get back to your ship.
Yeah. That's not what he says. For fuck's sake, get back to your ship.
Yeah. God. And then, of of course, he's like, I'm not responsible for the deaths. I'm not responsible for nothing.
Yeah. My actions actually saved lives. Yeah. Yeah, saved something, all right. Well, we got hidden all the way back down in there. Where's he gonna go, huh?
It's like the same two idiots on the Oceanus. Same thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, technically, the captain on the Oceanus did not actually leave the ship. Initially, he was trying to, and they prevented him from leaving the ship. And then he spent the rest of the time kind of clinging to a railing somewhere, allowing the entertainment staff to direct the rescue effort, and basically contributing nothing. And then he pushed his way to the head of the line to get onto the helicopter liftoff rope there. So he was next to use as the crew abandoned the ship. But the captain would have, but they wouldn't let him on. But in the case of the Concordia, he actually did it, but he left the ship well before the last of the passengers left the ship.
So even though it's international, is the United States got any kind of hold on him, or?
No, it's not international. It was in Italian coastal waters. So they have a 100% hold on him. Although he's going to be sued by the entire world, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Time he's done, he won't have 2 cents to rub together. And it's a foregone conclusion. His career is definitely over. And nobody has any respect for him anymore, you know. Well, that is, in some cases, the problem with a lot of these cruise lines. Technically, the people they hire to command these vessels has all the proper certifications and everything like that. But are they really mentally the kind of person you want in charge of a ship that big with thousands and thousands of people on board if there's a crisis? You know, because the other half of the reason they're hired is because they're glad handlers. They look good in a suit. They know how to handle the rich and famous, and say all the right things. They know what fork to use and to eat, you know, all that shit. And that's fine for a hotel manager. But what if there's a real serious emergency? Something actually happens. So, you know, I think I would prefer the captain of a oil tanker or something like that, or someone out of the U.S. Navy to command a vessel like that who never even sees the passengers. In fact, I would make that a rule. The captain does not see the passengers. Like all the rest of the working crew, he stays on the fucking bridge, eats in the mess, you know.
It's like the pilot of an airplane.
Yes, exactly. You don't see the pilot of an airplane. Oh, he may come back to the cabin occasionally just to show his face, but usually not. And a captain of a giant cruise liner should not be expected to act like the maitre d' and all that shit, the concierge or whatever. Maybe then we'd get some higher quality people in there.
Your job is to fly the plane, period.
Yeah, your job is to glue your ass